From news and views, issues and opportunities, we'll have in-depth conversations with decision makers to find out what they know and what they think. I'm Rico Hizon, inviting you to join the exchange because your business is our business. Christmas is a season of giving and family bonding, a time that children look forward to. It's a toy story for a gift or two to spread the holiday cheer, while others are offering a lifetime of hope for children wishing to have a family. And businesses are delivering fun for the young ones and the young at heart. The vision of holiday leisure in our sweet vision. As they say, Christmas is a time for children, kids eagerly looking forward to the holiday season, excited to receive their presents. But for some, it goes beyond a wrapped gift or a photo on Santa's lap. The best present is none other than having their own family. Let's now have an exchange with Rico Foundation Managing Director, Rico Hizon. Krina, thank you so much for joining us. Are orphans and their foster families looking forward to celebrate Christmas this year?
Absolutely. I think it is a very exciting time, especially for the children that were welcomed home through adoption or foster care this year. But we also bear in mind the many children across the Philippines that are still hoping and believing for a family, but unfortunately this Christmas won't be experiencing that. So I think they're the ones that remain on our hearts this holiday season.
And Krina, for families looking to adopt, how are they being assessed?
Well, when it comes to the assessment of families, thankfully under the new administrative domestic adoption law, which was passed just this year, RA 11642, the process has become a little bit more streamlined. We look into the character of this family, their motivations for wanting to adopt and welcome a child into their home through adoption. It's really getting to know them and understanding their heart for this issue. We always say that really adoption is not just a child for your family. It should really be about wanting to gift a child with the gift of your family. And so you go through that process, but thankfully, as I mentioned, under this new law, we no longer have to go through the judicial process. So for families that are adopting from here on out, thankfully the process is a little bit simpler, a little bit less expensive because they no longer have to face the legal fees that used to come with the judicial process behind legal adoption in the Philippines.
But Krina, are there any traits or factors that the Rico Foundation looks for when matching kids with potential families?
Obviously, we're looking for good moral character. We're looking for families that desire to love a child unconditionally, and hopefully also be open to adopting older children. One of the realities that we face right now in the nation of the Philippines is that we have children that are aging out of our system because they don't get adopted. And so we're on the lookout. We're hoping and believing that more families would be open to this idea of adopting older children.
When you say adopting older children, what would be the age?
Well, in the Philippines, once a child passes the age of 4, sadly, the sad reality is that they're typically considered unadoptable domestically. They get placed for intercountry adoption, and that's a very, very long, tedious process. So if we could just increase the desire to maybe adopting children 4 and up, that would be wonderful. But in the Philippines, a child ages out, age 16, 17. We know of many children's homes that are wonderful, do a great job at raising these kids. But the reality is that once they hit 16, 17, 18, the chances of them getting adopted are gone. We close their case.
And what are the general challenges in caring for orphan children, Krina?
When caring for orphan children, the reality is that a child who has been orphaned has experienced something very difficult. They've come from a hard place. We can't sugarcoat that. They've experienced things that are unthinkable, the pain of losing their parents, of not having a family to love and care for them. So that's the reality. we don't sugarcoat that for the families that want to adopt. We're looking for families that are here saying, we believe our family can be a place of healing, a place of restoration for this child. And that's wonderful. We believe that's where the hope comes from when it comes through adoption.
And how can we really end this orphan crisis in the country now and for the generations to come?
Well, thank you for asking that question. I think our heart is really at looking at a long-term strategy to responding to the orphan crisis. Orphanages are great. They're a necessary part of the system currently, but it's simply not enough. We always say family is the answer. Until a child is adopted into a family, there's no permanent solution to their state of orphanhood. And so if we can get, as a community, if various organizations can get behind the nonprofit agencies that support long-term goals for these children, that's really what we're looking at.
Happy holidays to you and to your family. Thank you so much for this adoption exchange. Krina Kuna Henson, Managing Director of the Rohe Foundation. Here's a rundown of this week's top business stories. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas raised borrowing rates by 0.5%, staying in step with the U.S. Federal Reserve's hikes amid higher consumer prices. The key interest rate now stands at 5.5%. The bill creating the Maharlika Investment Fund hurdles the House of Representatives after President Bongbong Marcos certified it as urgent. 279 gave the thumbs up, while only 6 were against. This now goes to the Senate. And the Asian Development Bank will lend the country $4.3 billion or about 240 billion pesos annually until 2025 to support several infrastructure and climate change projects. And straight ahead on the exchange, where your business is our business. How do toys bring holiday cheer for both the young and young at heart? We speak to the general manager of Whistle Toys Cafe. And hold on to your seats. Amusement parks are giving families a wild ride this Christmas. The president of Anjo World in Cebu joins us straight ahead. Keep it right here on CNN Philippines. News you can trust. Welcome back. Glad you're staying with us right here on The Exchange, where your business is our business. I'm Rico Hizon. This time of year, most kids already have their Christmas wish list filled out, likely with the latest toys. But has there been a change in demand and choices in the industry due to COVID-19? Let's now have an exchange with Whistle Toys Cafe General Manager Marcel Miralles. Marcel, great to have you with us. So what is the importance of toys during the Christmas season, especially for children?
Well, in the Philippines, not just in the Philippines, all over the world, it's really tradition to give gifts and toys to kids now. It's either they got it from their parents, godparents, or even underneath the Christmas tree. Even in our store, we do that. We give out toys every now and then to kids, to events and all. Even not holidays, like regular days sometimes. There are things that we do for fun.
Yep. Indeed, toys are for fun, no? And I can see a slew of toy products right behind you right now at Whistle Toys Cafe. But the customers you attract, Marcel, are not only the young ones, but also the young at heart.
Exactly. Actually, for Whistle Toys, the first ever toy store and coffee shop in the Philippines. So the market that we have is the pop culture community, no? When we talk about pop culture, it covers all ages, eh? And there are a lot of things that you can do in our store, not just buy toys, drink coffee, get pastries or pasta. We also have like game boards and all. So it covers all ages.
That's right. A whole slew of services for the young ones and the young at heart. And you have expanded, Marcel, the number of your Whistle Toy Cafe branches from 1 this year to 6 by the end of this year. How big is the demand for toys and collector toys these days?
With the toys, everything's doing well. There are a lot of releases lately, and the fun thing here is that it captures the nostalgic effect for the people who wants to relive their childhood, no?
And despite the store and cafe expansion, of course, this is brick and mortar. It also means overhead costs. Is online shopping still popular among your customers? Because it was really, we saw a surge in sales during the pandemic.
Oh yeah, exactly. I totally agree, no? But right now, the way I'm seeing it, for the online market, it also innovates it. I'll give you an example. For example, before when we want to buy something, we Google it. But right now, we use different e-commerce platforms to buy our needs.
But of course, Marshall, taking a look at all your toy products in all of your stores, most of them are imported. What adjustments have you made amid rising input costs with the weakness of the peso against the US dollar and of course inflation without passing on too much of the costs to your buyers?
Well, number one is that you get a very strong tie-up with your suppliers. That's one. Second, of course, let's admit it. Most of the prices right now increased. So it's just a matter of how you make it fun to with your customers, no, or consumers. Just like us here, we give freebies. I'll give you an example. This one, whenever you buy toy in our store, it gives you free drinks, and at the end of it, there's free toy. Same thing when you buy drinks. So when you buy drinks with us and you complete the card, there's free toy at the end. So both cards serves the customer that we have for toys and for drinks.
All right. Benefits for the customers from Whistle Toys Cafe. What is 2023 looking like for kids and the collector toy market? And will you continue to expand next year?
Yeah, of course. Actually, we have a 5-year plan, 3 and 5-year plan. The goal that we have is to have 30 stores all over the Philippines, and I hope we'll be getting the support of the consumer with that. Right now, we have we're turning 6 within a year of operating, and I guess within 3 years we can reach that goal. And on the 5th year, we'll innovate it again, not just for the toy community, but also for the corporate world. We'll be disclosing more information about that as the years go by.
All right, the expansion of the toy business in the country. Thank you so much for this exchange. Whistle Toys Cafe General Manager Marshall Miralles. And straight ahead on the exchange, where your business is our business. Theme parks were among attractions affected by the pandemic. How is business this holiday season? The president of the Cebu-based Anjo World Theme Park joins us next on CNN Philippines. News you can trust. Welcome back to the exchange, where your business is our business. I'm Rico Hizon. For lots of kids, the best Christmas gift would be a day of fun and thrill at their favorite amusement park. What preparations are in place at Cebu's first theme park for holiday crowds? Let's now have an exchange with Anjo World Theme Park President Chester Lim, joining us from Mandaue City in Cebu. Chester, great to have you with us. What surprises do you have for children and families at the Anjo World Theme Park this Christmas season?
Hello, Rico. Thank you for having us. We just actually launched our newest attraction. It's an indoor theme park with 12 amazing arcade games. So it's now complete. No, the Anjo World Theme Park is initially we just opened the outdoor rides, and now we have the indoor. So more or less, it's now a complete theme park for Cebuanos to visit this coming Christmas.
And not only for Cebuanos, Chester, also big theme park lovers from Luzon and Mindanao can also visit your theme park, right?
Yes, of course. Yeah. In fact, Rico, we noticed also that when we opened up early this year, we have now a lot of guests from outside Cebu, from Mindanao, and also from Luzon. Yeah, and then you're right. No, it's more people are coming not only from Cebu.
Fun, rides, games, and food tripping, no, Chester, are so important for families, especially during the Christmas holidays and over the past 2.5 years where most of the theme parks were closed.
Exactly. In fact, 2020 during the pandemic, we were closed for 6 months, Rico, and then also 2021 we were closed for 2 months. So it was really a sad, really sad situation for amusement park. And I think also my colleagues in the same industry also the same sharing the same sentiment. But I think this year it's very encouraging because we have now, as of this month of November, we have now surpassed the pre-pandemic visitors who's visiting the park. So we're really excited to have new visitors coming in the next coming years.
Wow, a lot of thrill rides I can see right now from the Anjo World Theme Park. What is the most unique ride that you have in your theme park that no other theme parks in the country has?
Okay. We have the first and the first in the country that we introduced. It's called the Pharaoh. It's actually a roller coaster with a twist. So it's what we call the spinning coaster. So there are 4 of you sitting in front of each other, and then it will just turn around and it will do spiral and also the fork screw and the 360. So this is the most exciting ride that we have in Anjo World Theme Park.
That is a very dizzying ride. Most probably, I will not take that if I have vertigo. All right, with rising prices, Chester, and of course, we all know inflation has hit a 14-year high. Have you raised ticket and food prices as a result of this?
We did not raise any prices with our tickets. What we did to augment those inflation is we try to maximize the in-house sales of the park. Like in the past, we don't have so much food offering, so we now have we upgraded our menu. We have a full-blown Italian restaurant, and we have added more variety of dishes and snacks. And also we added, like I said, we added the new attractions, the indoor attractions. So what we did is we tried to maximize whatever we have in the park so that people will spend more without increasing the sales, without increasing the prices rather.
And Chester, of course, everyone is talking about revenge spending, revenge entertainment. And then, of course, now you have hundreds, if not thousands of families visiting your theme park from all over the country. How do you balance the enforcement of safety protocols with ensuring a fun experience for all your visitors?
Actually, right now, all these protocols have been lifted since early of this year. So it's not much of a concern, but we want to make sure also that the rides are properly sanitized. Every time there's a guest that will ride, we sanitize it, just like what you saw in the videos right now. And also, we have to make sure that the place, especially the indoor park that we open, it's not too crowded. And we also installed like air control, air quality control devices to make sure that the balance of oxygen and carbon dioxide are really in a good condition for us to be in that area.
Exciting times for amusement park this holiday season. Thank you so much for this exchange, Chester Lim of Anjo World Theme Park in Cebu. And this is the exchange who makes sense of the facts and the figures and the ups and downs of the business cycle, because your business is our business. I'm Rico Hizon. Thanks for watching CNN Philippines. News you can use. News you can trust.